Awesome. Everything is live. Right. Shrink that down. Okay, I think we are good to go. That box so I can see what people are saying. Should anybody be in here? Okay, so when last we left off, we managed to get home with our new android. And we're going to see how the family take our little thieving project. As I believe we've come home and somebody's home. Let's get back to it. Yes, I would like to load this data. Just one moment. Buddy know in the Discord that I'm live. I hear a couple of voices coming from the television inside the living room. My father appears to have returned home early. It makes me feel uneasy. I effortlessly remove my shoes using only my feet. Come to think of it, I was always home alone. It's been this way ever since I'd grown old enough to take care of myself. Before that, we used to have a housekeeper watching over the place. However, that was only until I began middle school. From then on, I was always by myself. I would eat breakfast alone, I would eat dinner alone, the cycle would repeat endlessly. I don't even remember the last time all of us ate dinner together as a family. It's no such thing as a there's no such thing as a home-cooked meal in this household. I've eaten so many different kinds of instant foods in my life that I've come to memorize every product of every brand. My father puts his work before family. And my new mother follows my father everywhere to support him while practically ignoring me. That is my family. At this point, it feels out of place to see someone actually at home. Who are we going to get introduced to? My father is on the couch watching television. The happy-looking chap, isn't he? You're back. He doesn't even turn around to face me. It implies that he's not in a good mood. Yes, father? You're very late. I checked the time. It wasn't actually that late. There are times when I'd be back much later. I wonder if this man even knows how old I am. Where have you been wandering around for so long? Don't you know that you'll be in college soon? I don't bother replying. Says the guy who never paid any attention to me. I think to myself, I don't get along too well with my father. Our relationship compares badly with other families, but that is to be expected. We've never spent much quality time together, going to the zoo, or playing soccer together. I don't have any of those fond memories that other kids my age probably have. My earliest memories are of my father's stern face, so it would be even more bizarre if we actually got along. As I stand in silence, the old man launches his next attack. Are you listening to me? He still doesn't bother looking at me. I've gotten used to minding my own business. We we keep to our own devices. To solve any conflicts within the family, you would normally need to sit down together and talk about it. But my father doesn't think there's any need for that. He thinks everything is fine the way it is. It'd be really painful to talk face to face with that man, though. I just stopped by somewhere on the way home. Yeah, I'll deal with our usual exchange. As long as I don't make him angry, that's good enough for me. I just need to maintain the peace between us. It's always been this way. As usual, I try my best not to rock the boat. I don't know what you kids are up to these days, but remember that students like you should be studying. I'm saying this for your sake. So stop hanging around with those brats who only care about having fun. You can't afford to lose sight of your main goal. Stay focused. I'll be going to my room now. With that said, I tried to make my escape. Would usually end about here, but Lucy, who'd been silent all this time, decides to whisper something into my ear.
실례지만 주인님, 저분이 주인님의 아버님인가요?
Pardon, Lucy, but would that person be Master's father? I hesitate whether I should tell her or not, and in the end I quietly whisper back. Lucy taps my shoulders.
주인님, 이제 내려주세요.
Master, please let Lucy down. I have no choice but to grant her wish. I think when I had to reinstall the game, I forgot to set the voice back to JPN, so it might be in Korean. Let me see if I can... Aha! Let's just save here quickly. Hop back to the title quickly. Download. Oh, come on. There we go. Options. Ah, yes, there we go. Went back to JPN. And the music will only stay low for so long before it'll decide that it wants to go back to being stupid loud. I have no choice but to grant her wish. Maybe Lucy's voice had caught him by surprise. Because my father finally turned to face me. He's wearing a bewildered look. Who's your guest? With a wide smile, Lucy grabs onto the edges of her skirt. Then she performs a flawless curtsy that would make a princess envious.
はじめまして、お父様。多目的用途として作られたアンドロイド、ルーシー・バレンタインと申します。
There we go. Hello, before father is an android with limitless capabilities, Lucy Valentine.
今日からこちらのお世話になることになりましたので、何卒よろしくお願いいたします。
Lucy will be in father's care from now on, so she hopes she will get along nicely with everyone. What? It's just a robot? His attitude changes completely. The sharpness in his voice penetrates every part of my body, but Lucy doesn't seem to notice, or rather she's pretending not to. She continues with a smile.
掃除、洗濯、料理、何でもお任せください。
Cooking, cleaning, the laundry. Please leave everything to Lucy.
ルーシーは一般家庭における多くの家事をプロ並みにこなすことができます。
Household chores are no match for Lucy. I'm sorry, but there's nothing we need from a robot in this family. I suggest you go look for somewhere else to stay.
申し訳ございませんが、お父様。
Please excuse Lucy.
ルーシーにできることは数えきれないくらいありますよ。
But there's a lot more she can do than just simple chores. This is not looking good. Meanwhile, Lucy continues to ramble on, completely oblivious to what is about to happen.
先ほど申し上げた以外にも、お父様が心配なさっている息子さんのための教育も可能です。
Lucy can also help relieve father's previous concerns regarding his son.
もちろん、素晴らしい教師の教育法を厳選して参考にしています。
Lucy is the perfect educational tool with access to lectures given by world-renowned professors from various universities. She's talking as if she's about to become my personal tutor.
それ以外にも優秀な機能はたくさんあります。
Lucy has lots more features.
お裁縫や不自由のない暮らしのための家政婦の仕事など。
Such as sewing, plumbing, and... Just where did you get this piece of junk? Get it out of my sight! Oh dear, Daddy's angry. His angry outburst is as sudden as it is intense. It catches Lucy off guard. She stumbles backwards in alarm. No surprise here. I saw all of this coming from a mile away. It's a present from a friend. I lie instinctively. If I honestly tell him that I'd found her in the trash, he'd definitely force me to take her back there. I'll just say that I got her from Dr. Gears. My father knows his manners. There's no way he'll make me throw away a present. Really? You haven't stopped being a troublemaker since you were little. What have I told you? Robots are ruining society. Don't you forget about all of that. My father has always been like this. Robots are becoming increasingly more common. They're gradually making their way into our daily lives. But my parents consider them as intruders infiltrating human society. They're unable to catch up with the shifts in technology whilst they refuse to let go of their traditional ways. They simply refuse to coexist with robots. Thanks to that, I grew up hearing nothing but bad things about robots. But what's wrong with keeping one around the house? What's wrong, you ask? Actually, to turn off. Okay. Yeah, just... hopefully nobody saw that pop up, but there's every chance that you did. I don't know. What's wrong, you ask? I've read that most families own androids nowadays. Why can't we just keep one around for convenience? I've clearly just added fuel to the fire. Convenience? Think about the type of people that care about convenience. Convenience makes us lazy. And when we're lazy, our minds don't work properly. Convenience makes our minds weak. It's obvious how they'll live the rest of their lives. Without realizing they're hopelessly lazy, they'll just end up living a meaningless existence. Oh boy. I've already lost count of how many times I've heard this from him. Today's lecture is variant B. It goes from A to Z, by the way. I'm so sick of this. I just want to wrap up this conversation so I can leave as soon as possible. Anyway, I've accepted it already, so we should keep it. Now, I'm the one who's going to be using it, so why do you care? And who's the one going to be paying for the electricity? Who taught you to be so selfish? I'm starting to reach my limits. Come on, I want to leave. But then I'll pay for it. I can get a part-time job. A job? You're going to get a job? You're going to work when you should be studying? Yeah, guess. Do you even realise how important this phase in your life is? These years in high school could decide the rest of your future. With whose permission are you planning to work? Kids like you should be studying. Just keep your mouth shut and study. Oof. Oh my. Well, I'll pay you back when I grow up. Just leave me alone, damn it. Scream at the top of my lungs, his eyes widen in shock. That was to be expected. I've never raised my voice in front of my parents before. You can't do this. You can't do that. Then just what the heck do you expect me to do? I'm so furious that I can almost feel steam rising from my head. At the same time, my father's eyes quickly narrow and begin to burn with rage. Time slows down, and I'm left struggling to process what had just happened. I stand in place, holding my sore cheeks as I stare at my father in shock. Not knowing what to do, Lucy is fidgeting non-stop. Just where did you learn to be so stubborn? I never raised you this way! Shocked and humiliated, I can no longer calm my fiery soul. I turn around and stomp off towards my room. I pull Lucy along with me.
Master!
Oh dear. Hesitating, Lucy eventually makes a short bow to my father and trails along. Behind me, I hear my father yelling. But I shut it all out as my blind rage is nearly overpowering. Entering my room, I lock the door behind me. I hear my father yelling as he continues banging on my door for a while. Not sure how many minutes have gone by. Feels like an eternity. Even if I block my ears, I can still sense the floor shaking. I curl up my body and wait for the moment to pass. Oh dear, somebody is very annoyed at us. Clock. The clock slowly ticks away. Hello, Dave. After a long while, I uncover my ears. The noises have stopped and I finally begin to relax. As my head eventually clears up, I realise what I've done. I'd finally lost control. I've yelled at my father for the first time in my life. It's been a while since the last time I was hit by my father. It was like the rupturing of a dam after so much pressure and strain. Thinking back, it's strange that we've never had any direct confrontations like this one. Our relationship was like an unstable bomb, but I've always managed to prevent it from going off. But today was different. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I tried to slow down my breathing.
Master?
Lucy calls out to me cautiously. What is it? Is Master alright? I wonder what she means by alright. Nothing's alright, but I know what she meant, so I give a small nod anyway. With a wet handkerchief from who knows where, Lucy wipes down my sweaty forehead. The fruity smell of her perfume is surprisingly calming. 気に障ったら申し訳ございませんが、マスター。 Master, with all due respect. What is it?
お父様にあんな言い方は良くないと思います。
It's not right to use that sort of language with Master's father. My face quickly becomes contorted with anger. The heck are you also telling me I'm a bad person? Lucy shakes her head.
悪いとは言っていません。
Lucy isn't saying that to Master. Lucy isn't saying that Master is bad.
でもお父様と話すときはもう少し優しく言った方がいいと思います。
But she thinks that Master should be polite towards his parents.
家族ではないですか。きっと心の中では傷ついていると思いますよ。
It's Master's family. Father was probably very hurt inside. Oh, you don't think that I'm bad, huh? When you're the one telling me that it's my fault entirely? I was the one hurt and he was the one who hurt me. My head is aching, so just drop it and leave me alone. Lucy, who had been squirming about, goes completely still. Both her eyes suddenly lose their colour. After a while, she springs back to life.
しかしマスター、メモリーチップに記録された通常の家庭問題を検索してみた結果、
Master, in regards to the information on Lucy's memory chip, investigating various scenarios regarding family conflict shows
家庭
that
不和を招くと思われる会話類型の中にマスターとお父様の間に起こったパターンと似た過程が多数検出されました。
the conversation between Master and his father was found to be one of the least desirable outcomes. No kidding. What are you talking about?
論理的に考えるとマスターの行動は二次問題を招く可能性があります。
Logically speaking, it means that additional repercussions may arise from this incident if Master takes no action.
この問題を解決するためにはまずはマスターが過ちを認めお父様に謝罪を。
To solve this issue, Master should recognize his mistakes and apologize to... Shut up! Your explanations don't even make sense and you're calling it logical? You wouldn't understand a thing anyway.
はい、ルーシーが見たのは何かと言いますと、
What wouldn't Lucy understand? What can you possibly tell from watching us for just 5 minutes? What did you exactly find out about us? How can you say something so ignorant without knowing anything about the past 18 years we've spent together? The android tilts its head, looking confused. Answer this. How many minutes are there in a day?
1440分です。
1440 minutes. How many in a year?
525600分です。
525,600 minutes. Then what about 18 years?
9468000分です。
9,460,800 minutes. As expected from the robot, her calculations are quick and accurate. That's right. Out of the 9,460,800 minutes I've spent with my father, you've only seen 5. That's less than 0.0001%, an insignificant amount. It's my fault that you've had to witness something like this, but that man is always finding the smallest excuses to teach me things that only he himself believes. Think of it as throwing out an entire pan of pizza because of a single burnt piece of pepperoni. Where's the logic in that? Lucy's eyes lose their focus. It's just like before. Could she be looking up something inside her memory chip again? Or maybe she's doing a search online. She returns after a moment.
申し訳ございません、マスター。
Sorry.
先ほどおっしゃった意図をルーシーは完璧に理解できませんでした。
Lucy doesn't understand what Master is saying. I figured as much. Cause and effect. The universe operates on this principle. If a father neglects his son, then of course the son would neglect his father in return. Who's at bigger fault here?
でもマスター、
But master? What?
おっしゃったピザは一切れのペパロニを交換すれば完璧なピザになると思います。
Going back to the pizza, by simply replacing the burnt piece of pepperoni, it would become a perfect as a... It would become perfect as a whole. How much longer can I argue with this smiling, carefree robot? I lie down on my bed while hugging my throbbing head. Then I let out one of my trademark phrases. This is why I hate robots. They're all so stupid. Lucy appears to be brooding over something. After a while, she finally speaks up again.
マスター、問題解決のためにはやはりどちらかが謝るべきだと思います。
What are you talking about potatoes, Dave? Jesus. Master, Lucy truly does believe that one side should always... Oh God, I cannot speak tonight and read. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this though, to be fair. Master, Lucy truly does believe that one side always needs to take the initiative in order to solve a problem. Then why should I be the one apologising? I'm not the bad guy here.
マスターが悪くなくても先に謝ればいいと思います。
Even if that's not the case, Lucy still thinks that it's important to do so. Not gonna happen. Shouldn't the old guy be more mature and understanding? I'm a high school student. I do stuff on impulse. Do you get what I mean by that?
それならわかります。オートバイに乗り疾走しながら窓ガラスを割っていく、そんな時期のことですよね。
Master is talking about the age when people go around smashing through windows while riding motorbikes and such, yes? Kind of exaggerated, but as long as she gets my point. Yeah. I'm one of those kids these days that the adults are always going on about. It's natural that I'd have trouble controlling my emotions, so don't expect much from me. To be honest, I do think that I'm way more mature than the other kids at my age. This is all irrelevant now. I'm sure anyone would take their family matters very seriously.
でもお父様も謝るのは簡単ではないはずです。
But it won't be easy for father to apologize. How do you know?
そのような性格だからです。
It's because of his personality. You've learned so much from meeting him for just a few minutes. You're really impressive, I tell you.
時間の長さは関係ありません。
How long Lucy has known Master and his father is not of any concern.
ルーシーの中には膨大な類似情報が蓄積されているのです。
Lucy has all kinds of information available to her at her fingertips.
ルーシーが持っているいくつかのソースによると、
And according to various sources... Sources? What kind of sources? Wikipedia, Reddit, 4chan? Ignoring my outburst, Lucy continues.
記録されているお父様の行動パターンおよび声質を精密に分析した結果、
Upon analysing father's actions in great
お父様
detail,
は義務感があり、その反面とても真面目で頑固な性格の典型的な亭主関白でいらっしゃいます。
Lucy concludes that he possesses the typical characteristics of a male leader.
すべての感情を抑えることが家庭にとっての美徳だと思っておられます。
He's very stubborn, assertive, and prefers an aggressive approach. Okay, and...
普段の習慣はすぐには直せません。
It's difficult to change the way a person lives his life.
先にマスターが声をかけるべきだと思います。
It would be be better for Master to reach out to him first. By the way.
Hi?
Yes? If you want to if you want me to make up with my father, that means I'll have to throw you out. He's not the type of person to make any compromises. Have you even realised this? Oh, bless her. I guess not.
どうしましょう。追い出されたらとっても困ります。
What should Lucy do? It'd be bad if that actually happened. Don't ask me. Why don't you think before you talk next time? I shake my head. The reason behind this mess of a conversation is the fact that I'm talking to a robot. Sometimes I forget that she's a robot in the first place, and sometimes it's reversed, where I end up deliberately pointing out her flaws as a robot. And then everything in my head gets mixed up. This robot really knows how to stress people out. Oh, back to those fundamental laws of robotics that we've seen like a bajillion times now. May 11th. Doctor. Ah, yes. Lucy. Lucy Valentine? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Lucy Valentine. Yes, Lucy Valentine. That is your name. And you are? Do you recognize who I am? Lucy slowly shakes her head. Is that so? I continue. I'm Dr. Ryu, and this is the K-Robotics Research Lab. Dr. Ryu. Yes, Dr. Ryu. I'm your creator. My creator? Yes. My creator, Dr. Ryu. Dr. Ryu. Yes, Ryu. That is my name. just now. But yes, Ryu, that is my name. It's a bit of a late introduction, but be sure to cherish it and remember it.
覚えておきます。一ノ瀬博士。
Yes, Dr. Ryu. Huh. And the 3 laws. Wow, really? Again? This is like the 10th time. Take it all in, people. Take it all in. October 14th. You.
Star?
Huh? My body is being shaken from side to side.
Star?
Dear. Something is shaking my body.
Master? 起きてください。
Wake up, Master! What do you want? Still feeling drowsy, I try my hardest to overcome the weight of my drooping eyelids. I finally managed to force open my eyes. And right before me was a pair of blue eyes the size of frying pans. Ah! I stare at Lucy in bewilderment as I find myself falling off my bed. It's morning now. Did Master enjoy his sleep? Before I make any attempt to talk back to her, I decide to check the time. It was earlier than usual. I let out a big yawn. It's so early in the morning. Before I could ask why I was woken up so ahead of schedule, I start to sniff. I could smell something delicious. My room was filled with the mouth-watering scent. I tell myself that the neighbours must be cooking up something good. Then Lucy suddenly opens her mouth.
朝食のご用意ができました。
Breakfast will be ready soon. Those words were the most unexpected. Did you just say breakfast?
冷蔵庫にある材料で簡単に作らせていただきました。
Lucy tried preparing something from the leftovers in the fridge.
お口に合うかはわかりませんが。
God, she hopes it will be to Master's liking. Breakfast. The word had a nostalgic ring to it. It was the last time I'd eaten something other than fast food for breakfast.
あ、何か嫌いな食べ物はございますか？
Are there any dishes that Master dislikes in particular? No.
嫌いな食材はございますか？
Any ingredients then? No. Nothing like that. I wanted to say carrots and cucumbers, but I decided against it. I didn't want to be seen as an immature kid complaining about his food. It just doesn't fit my cool intellectual image. But still, haven't fully woken up yet, and I confirm my understanding with Lucy one more time. So, you're telling me you've made breakfast?
はい。ルーシーが実力を発揮しました。
Yes, Lucy tried putting her skills to the test.
これから10分後にできますので、これを飲んで少しお待ちくださいね。
It will be ready in 10 minutes, so please have a drink while Master waits. A cup of water is presented to me. I was just starting to get a little thirsty too. As I grab hold of the cup, its pleasant coolness spreads along my skin. I feel embarrassed embarrassed about following Lucy's orders, so I decided to make a small complaint as I put the cup to my lips. Next time you should wake me up when the food's actually ready.
ダメです。起きてすぐに食事すると胃と腸に負担がかかります。
Sensible robot. Lucy can't do that because it's unhealthy to eat before Master's stomach is fully woken.
一杯の水で腸の活動をさせた後に食事を取らないといけません。
Drinking a cup of water is necessary to get the insides moving. Only then Master can enjoy his food. How annoying. What a strict one this robot is. I enjoy the feeling of cold water pouring down my throat and quenching my thirst. It feels like my insides are being cleansed thoroughly. Suddenly I realise how absurd this whole situation is. The fact that someone is preparing breakfast for me. Could I still be dreaming? I feel like I'm on a cloud 9. Lucy cheerfully skips towards the kitchen. I only continue to stare at her blankly. Best of luck to you, Mr. J. Have passed. I only recently know how annoying it is for PCs to go haywire. Only now I feel more awake. It's a pain how my body is really slow to start itself up. I begin to feel hungry. The smell of Lucy's cooking motivates me to drag myself out of bed. I head straight to the kitchen table. Y'all. I'm stunned by the veritable feast laid out before me. A cloud of white steam is rising from the bowl of rice. The soup is boiling with intensity. The sound it's making is music to my ears. And there's a perfectly prepared fish along with a variety of side dishes. It'd be a shame to compare this to a lunchbox from a convenience store. Appearing to have sensed my delight, Lucy smiles pleasantly. Her voice is full of tease. I feel a sense of defeat. I begin to feel frustrated for no particular reason. I want to say something in reply, but decide to hold back. I take a seat in silence and lift my spoon.
美味しいですか?
How does it taste? I haven't even taken a bite yet. What's the rush? Just hold on a second.
さあさあ、冷める前に召し上がってくださいね。
Yes, yes, please stop before the food gets cold. Lucy takes a seat at the opposite end of the table. While striking a sly pose with a hand on her chin, she urges me to eat. It was as if the food was suddenly going to disappear if I didn't start soon. She gazes at me intently. She's trying not to make it obvious, but I can tell that she's very eager to see my reaction. Behave, Dave. Whatever I say next will decide what her face will show. I take a spoonful of the glossy white rice and put it in my mouth. It's good. Perfect flavour and texture. While I'm at it, let's try some side dishes too. Marvellous. She really wasn't lying about her cooking skills. Let's be fair though, she probably knows only the best recipes from around the world. And since she's a robot, there wouldn't be any inconsistencies in her cooking. If they had programmed her to be a top-level chef, then this was to be expected. There's there's nothing to be surprised about. But a robot's just a robot. She wouldn't be able to top something that Mama used to make, as they say. Although personally, I've never had an opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so I can't compare. Looking back at Lucy, who was still staring at me with great anticipation, I think about what I should say. I can feel an aura of confidence around her, yet she appears to be worried at the same time. She's expecting me to say something. I finally make my reply. Let's go with the casual acceptance. It tastes alright, I guess. Well, it tastes alright. Guess.
よかったです。
What a relief. Even with my meek response, he still lets out a big sigh of relief.
お口に合うか心配だったんです。
Lucy was so worried that Master might not enjoy her cooking.
好みに関する情報が足りなくて。
Lucy was lacking the initial data. You don't need to concern yourself with that. I've been eating fast foods all my life. I'll eat anything, even if you make me some porridge from pig intestines.
ルーシーの料理は動物の餌と同じということですか？
Welcome to Misunderstanding City. All aboard! First stop, Complicationville. Is that how Lucy's cooking tastes like?
料理すらちゃんとできないルーシーをどうかお許しください。
Please forgive Lucy for her lack of cooking skills.
本当にルーシーはアンドロイド失格ですね。
Lucy truly is a failure of an android. She actually looks pretty depressed about this. She looks as if she's about to run off while leaving behind a trail of tears. Am I supposed to chase after her while hiding a piece of bread in my mouth or something? No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that it tastes better than what I'd expected. So you don't need to beat yourself up over it.
本当ですか？
Is that true? Yeah.
本当に信じてもいいのでしょうか？
Can Lucy really trust Master with those words? It doesn't take long for Lucy to cheer up and start humming away happily. It's nice that she's easy to deal with. I continue to eat in silence while checking up on her after a few spoonfuls. Yeah. I can't tell how much time has passed. The bowl of rice I'd been eating from has started to show its bottom as I steal a glance at the clock. It's not yet time to leave for school. While revelling in my satisfaction, I decide to sit back in my chair to chill out for a bit. Some time passes. While cleaning up the empty dishes, Lucy asked me a question. Her tone was quite delicate, as if to soothe a small animal. Pardon Lucy for asking.
昨日から気になっていたことが一つあるんです。
But there is something she's been wondering about since yesterday. What is it? She seemed to be hesitating, so I gave her a little push. Go ahead.
ロボットが嫌いなのはもしかしてお父様の影響ですか？
The reason my master hates robots, is it due to father's influence? The question catches me off guard. All the unpleasant memories involving my father come flying back. I slowly realised that my chopsticks were frozen in mid-air. Without missing a beat, I continued delivering the food to my mouth. In an attempt to hide my surprise, I purposefully give her a curt answer. Well, I guess you could say that. It will change from denying it. I put down the chopsticks and lock eyes with Lucy. Robots just laid to waste the values and beliefs I've held for the past 18 years. Keeping my eyes on the robot, I muse. Now that I think about it, I was probably brainwashed.
洗脳と言いますと?
By brainwash, does master mean... I've heard nothing but awful things about robots since I was little. Robots are bad, robots make us ill, robots harm society. I grew up listening to that all the time, so it sort of just rubbed off on me. Previous generation of IT, now the new generation of robots. As long as we live sandwiched between two generations, there's bound to be people advocating against new technologies such as robots. There are plenty of people out there who are strongly opposed to the production of robots. My father is a prime example. Similar to what happened during the Industrial Revolution, the effects of this profound new technology is gradually expanding across the globe. Robots are slowly taking away people's job opportunities. It costs less to maintain robots than to pay employees' salaries. Robots never complain and they're consistent in their performance, unlike people. They don't feel any stress or pain and they never mess around. It'd be much easier to deal with a robot than to fuss over a troublesome worker. We're only beginning to find out what kind of changes robots will bring to our society. Unemployment is getting out of control. All the newly formed jobs are being handled by robots. This is why many people shun robots. What do you mean, Dave? Why do things take so long to arrive? What you waiting for, buddy? No one understands whether this is a temporary phenomenon arising from the drastic changes in our lifestyle, or if it's a type of psychological disease. It's only become clearer as time goes on. Ancestry DNA results. That sort of thing will probably take a while, Dave. Give him a chance. But it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. Actually, that'd be pretty awesome. This is where we find out you're like a latent king of, I don't know, Denmark or something. That'd be hilarious. One thing I can say for sure is that there's always been a divide amongst the population, as made evident by the Ludditism, or if that's Ludditism, movement in the early 1800s. I apologise if I pronounced that wrong. 20% peanut. It was too late by the time I'd finally grown old enough to be able to think for myself. It's not as simple as just changing my perspective. Because maybe I still would have turned out like this even without my father's influence. My hatred for robots was simply, or has simply become part of my life now. The most horrifying part of brainwashing is that you can never fight against it. It's technically impossible to bend someone completely to your will. You can't do anything about people acting loyal on the outside but despising you on the inside. Brainwashing is different, however, because the person wouldn't have the knowledge to think for himself in the first place, and it's possible to take advantage of that bit by bit. As long as the victim never comes to realise this, he'll never be able to retaliate. There is also needs to be a compelling reason for him to change. Even with a good reason, it's likely that he won't be willing to accept it. Because if he did, he would be going against all the beliefs he had held for his entire life. It would crumble the foundation of his very existence. The older a person becomes, the harder it gets for him to admit that he has been in the wrong. Who knows? Maybe I would have never come to hate robots. It's too late for me to start thinking about that now, though. Dear.
ルーシーはですね。
Lucy really hopes
マスタ
that
ーとお父様のお二人がロボットを好きになってくれると嬉しいです。
Master and his father will come to appreciate robots
ルーシーを好きになってくれると嬉しいです。
and appreciate Lucy.
これからはここで仲良く暮らしたいので。
She wants to get along with everyone. Upon hearing that, I unknowingly let out a bitter laugh. You saw what my father did when he found out you're a robot. You're asking for the impossible. It'd be a relief in itself if nothing happens to you behind my back.
捨てられるかもしれません。でも
Lucy understands that, but
それでもロボットを好きになってもらいたいです。
her wishes remain the same. I sighed softly. She's failing to think logically as a computer. Even after hearing that my father wants to throw you out, how could you still hope for something like that? If person A hates person B, it's likely that person B will come to hate person A. At least that's how it is in normal human relationships. So how come Lucy can't grasp this? Because she's very patient and forgiving? No way. It's because she's a robot that knows how to suppress its emotions. It's because she isn't human.
お父様もきっとマスターのように心の優しい方です。
Lucy thinks that father is just as kind-hearted as master is.
ルーシーにはわかります。
Lucy can tell. I think you might be wrong there.
だからこれからマスターと仲良く暮らしてほしいと思っています。
That's why she hopes that he will maintain a healthy relationship with master.
あ、もちろんルーシーとも。
With Lucy too, of course. You're already mistaken by calling me kind-hearted.
お父様だけではありません。
And it's not just father. You just ignored me. That little...
マスターもアンティークショップの店長も研究所の方も皆さんいい方たちです。
Master? The man at the repair shop and the researchers at the lab, they're all nice people.
マスターをはじめとする世の中すべての人を力の限りサポートする。
To be of a big help to everyone, including master.
それがルーシーの使命であり願いです。
That is Lucy's mission and her wish. Oh dear, it definitely sounds like something a robot would say. It doesn't seem like she's capable of sorting the good from the bad. I think we would have been better off giving her to the repair guy. I can't help but give a cynical reply. In the end, we're the same. You've also been brainwashed, but in a different way. Lucy slightly tilts her head to the side. She seems to do that whenever she's confused about something.
マスター、どういう意味ですか？
Could Master elaborate? You will love humans. That's essentially what's been programmed into your main system. You have no free will, that's an illusion. You have no choice but to act this way. She tilts her head from side to side. She doesn't seem to understand. You want to help everyone, right?
はい、もちろんです。
Yes, of course. And you're happy when you help people?
はい、とっても嬉しいです。
Yes, Lucy is very happy. Why do you think that you want to help others and that you feel happy once you do?
そうですね。どんな理由でしょうか？
Lucy has no clue. It's because the program those researchers put inside you is forcing you to feel this way.
そうでしょうか。
Really? Yeah. Your will and your personality are yours. But at the same time they aren't. They're from the people that made you. They programmed you this way and you're simply following orders. You're nothing but a puppet on a stage whose strings are being pulled. It may look like it's moving by itself at first glance, but it's actually being held up by wires. And there are people behind the stage controlling these wires. That's who you are. You're only moving according to how they want you to move. Pupils in Lucy's eyes diminish. She appears to be deep in thought.
マスターが何をおっしゃっているかよくわかりません。
Ah, you poor naive little thing. Lucy still doesn't understand what Master is saying. I'm saying that your actions have no actual meaning. You're just a toy made to do certain tasks at a time. Nothing about you is real. There's no significance. Do you understand? The mind, its emotions, and its intuition on the inside. The body, its movements and its reactions on the outside. If they're just part of a computer algorithm created by someone, then they aren't genuine. Any gestures, any sentiments, there's no meaning behind them. I stress that idea over and over again. Something like that doesn't have any meaning.
そんなことありません、マスター。
Oh, she's about to burn us. That isn't true, Master. She startles me with a sudden rebuttal. I wasn't expecting that from her. What are you talking about?
意味がないなんてありません。
There definitely is a meaning.
きっと意味はあります。
Lucy knows. You're saying that there is a meaning. You still don't get it? You were made to be friendly with humans through a program. It's not by your own choice. Your actions and feelings are all artificial. That's why they're meaningless.
関係ありません。誰の意図であろうと。
It doesn't matter where Lucy's feelings come from. What?
誰の意向であれ、ルーシーが手伝えば誰かは喜びます。
No matter who's controlling Lucy, if Lucy helps someone, that person will be happy.
誰かが喜べばルーシーはもっと嬉しくなります。
And if he's happy, Lucy will be even happier.
誰かのお役に立てましたから。
Because Lucy was able to help someone in need.
ルーシーは人を助けることでやりがいを感じ、人は必要としていた助けを得ることができます。
In the end, both that person and Lucy will be happy.
ルーシーはそれだけで満足です。
And Lucy is satisfied with that.
それがもし誰かによって意図された状況に過ぎないとしても、
Even if she was created for this
行
purpose.
動もルーシーの意思でない他意によるものだとしても、
Even if she is acting on someone else's will.
ルーシーにとってそれは全く重要な問題ではありません。
That's not important to Lucy at
ルー
all.
シーがその時感じた感情、助けた行為、助けたという事実、助けを得た誰かの気持ち、
The fact that Lucy helped someone, how Lucy felt while helping someone, how Lucy was thanked for helping someone.
この過程をマスターは偽りというかもしれません。
Master may call such feelings fake
意図的に作られましたから。
because Lucy was made to feel and act this way.
でもルーシーにとってはこれは本物であり、そして決して意味のないものではありません。
But to Lucy, this is very much real, and this is where she finds meaning in her life. Nonsense.
私の名前はルーシー・バレンタインです。
My name is Lucy Valentine. Lucy states her name, as if she's announcing herself before a crowd. She also did not refer to herself in the third person.
ルーシーという名前は光という意味のラテン語から来ています。
The name Lucy comes from a Latin word meaning light.
人々の希望に光をさせるようにと願いを込めてつけたそうです。
To become a messenger of hope. That's how Lucy interprets her name.
人の役に立つこと、人の役に立った後の達成感を感じること、
Helping people finding a sense of accomplishment.
これがルーシーの人生の目的であり願いです。
This is what Lucy lives for.
ルーシーが感じる胸が温かくなるこの気分、
This warm, fuzzy feeling in her heart after helping someone.
これが何かによって作られたとしてもこの感情は偽りにはなりません。
Even if she was made to feel this way, these feelings are definitely real to Lucy.
それはきっと意図とは関係のない真実だと信じています。
And that is why she will continue to help people. I tried to say something back, but the words never came out. It felt as if there was something stuck in my throat. It wasn't exactly because I agreed with her, and it wasn't because I was touched by her words either. I actually thought she was very stubborn as a mule. It was rather because how Lucy appeared so mature and real. The way she confidently stated her opinion, nothing about her was remotely close to my idea of a robot. That was why I could only sit in silence. No, I see. Stealing me drink now, are we?
Yes.
If that's all right, darling.
Well, okay.
Just one moment while I wet the whistle. Gotta love lemonade. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm about to be told that outside is covered in white.
It's starting.
Oh, good.
At the 18 foot that I want yet.
One can hope. What are you looking for? No snacks. It's too late at night, darling. Sorry for the rustling, folks.
No, no.
Yeah, go on. Push off. I headed to school with my mind in a haze of confusion. My emotions were in turmoil. The 3 laws of freaking robotics. You know what? I really wish I had like a little counter that I could go ding every time it come up. I mean, there's got to be a reason why it keeps telling us. I don't know. I really just don't know. Let's continue anyway. October 14. You. The shrill noise of the lunchtime bell rings in the distance. Immediately the classroom begins to bustle with excitement. As soon as the teacher leaves the room, Dr. Gears turns to face me. You're buying some bread, right? Come on, let's go together. He stands up and offers to go to the cafeteria with me. Even though he already has his own lunch, he's a good guy. However, I had no reason to go to the cafeteria today. No, today's fine.
What do you mean it's fine? You're not planning to get anything?
Nope, not today.
Don't tell me you're gonna
Try it again.
oh my god. Don't tell me you're going on a diet. You're not gonna grow if you starve yourself at this age, you know.
No, what I'm saying is that I don't need to buy anything. With that said, I'll quickly take out a lunchbox and place it on top of my desk.
What?
Dr. Gear stares at the lunchbox in astonishment. I remove the lid to reveal its contents. The food inside looks scrumptious. It's giving off a pleasant scent. The presentation's excellent. I noticed that the menu is different from what I'd eaten for breakfast. She could have just packed up the leftovers and saved herself the trouble of making something new. Does she think that I'll be pleased about this? Well, to be honest, I am a little happy.
What the heck is this? It looks just like a lunchbox.
It doesn't look like a lunchbox. It is one.
What is going on? You couldn't have possibly made it yourself.
What is... was it your mother? Oh, God. Wrong. If my new mother had actually paid that much attention to me, I could have probably grown up to be a normal human being.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Then who could it be that you...
He's pretty sharp. He seems to understand right away that it was my android who packed my lunch, as expected from a close friend of mine. But what you're thinking about is probably correct.
Wow, nice going, man.
Huh? Well, I don't think it's really something to be congratulated for.
So, how many days has it been?
Huh?
I'd better not be that chick from the other class who made you this lunch.
Oh, God.
If it's really her, it's gonna be over between us, you know.
At this point, I realised that we weren't on the same page. With a disappointed look, I burst his bubble. Actually, this lunch is from my android. I've told you about this, right? That I picked it up yesterday?
Oh, really? I knew it.
Dr. Gears collapses onto his chair like a deflated balloon. Or deflated, rather. He gives me a look of disapproval. Well, he was the one getting ahead of himself. Putting my face, it seemed to read, what was I expecting from this guy? Dr. Gears continues.
I have to admit, it really was stupid of me. To think that such a big pessimist like you could ever come close to scoring a girlfriend.
God.
Yeah, my bad indeed.
I feel a sudden rush of blood to my head. I don't appreciate you talking like a big shot when you've always been single yourself.
I'm just taking my time to find the perfect match.
A sad excuse from an undesirable male. I decided to taunt him a little more. But think about it. Do you really think you'll ever find someone willing to accept your weird little hobbies? How about you try again after wiping off all that robot grease?
You bastard! Talking smack just because I look a little nerdy.
Oh God.
If you really think it's about the looks, you'll regret it someday. I hope... My God. I hope good-looking guys like you die alone.
Jesus, maybe I went a little too far there. But a girlfriend? Huh. I've never really thought about getting one. After a bit of thinking, I make a light retort. I don't care. It's not like I have any trouble living without one.
Ho ho ho! You sure that's the case? You shouldn't lie to yourself.
I'm serious. I'll eventually get married, so what's the rush?
There's a limit to being carefree, you know. You're actually never getting a girlfriend until you die. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Come on, let's be a little more honest with ourselves. Don't you at least have a couple of girls that you're interested in? The ones at school are mostly pretty cute after all. Someone I'm interested in, huh? Who do I really enjoy being around with? I don't manage to come up with an answer. It's because I've never cared for something like that. But if I were to think of a particular reason... burn. I don't have anyone like that. You sure? Definitely. It's suspicious how you suddenly went quiet for a bit, though. You're imagining things. I'm just guessing here, but could it be that you actually have someone that you like? I'm telling you, I don't have anyone. Surely you can be interested in... My body suddenly tenses up. It's gonna be troublesome to cause any misunderstandings. I tried to quiet him down. Dave, what are you talking about? Me? My mind goes numb for a while. Let me make myself clear that I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. Well, if you were with me, we'd look hot enough to make all the girls go crazy. Oh my god. Oh, we are back on the Misunderstanding Express. We have left Complicatedville and heading into Uncomfortable Lane. All passengers, please board. But I only like women. I hope you understand. You'd better not be thinking about debuting as a BL, boys love, character without getting a surgery first. If you were in a video game, you'd be one of the most hated characters who would reduce the sales by 80% the moment you show your face. That's not true. People call me handsome all the time. Sure they do. Who exactly are we talking about? Mom and Dad? And my sister. Oh, God. Oh, this guy's a... Oh, bless him. I start to feel sorry for making fun of him. Anyway, why are you talking about my looks? In the first place, don't change the subject. We were discussing how you're gonna spend the rest of your life alone. Can't do it anymore. It's too funny. Oh my god. Oh, is that so? What I'm trying to say is that you should build up some experience in dating. I'm not the one to talk to for others. God, I can't do it. I'm not the one to talk for others. But you're a decent looking guy, and you never talk to girls. Why don't you get some practice in? Oh my god, practice doesn't really interest me. I take a look at some of the girls near me. They're busily chatting away with their desks put together. The topic of their conversation had nothing that I could relate to. Apart from that, it's something I wouldn't want to waste my time talking about. You try listening into how good looking this guy is, which couples are breaking up, who's getting rejected, how good these makeups are, how nice these clothes are. Do you really think you'll be able to join in? Ugh. He groans loudly. Who turned up the difficulty setting? See, of course you can't, since all you ever think about are your dumb robots. How dare you? If you wanted to,
I'm no different.
What did you say?
I said I'm no different from you. I wouldn't be able to talk to them either. The high-pitched voices of the girls across the room invade my ear canals. They make my head hurt. One day I'll also succumb to the reproductive instincts in our DNA and get myself one of those high-frequency wave-emitting creatures to live together. Because that's just how life works. It can't be helped. My body wouldn't be able to resist the temptation. There's no point in forcing myself to do something that I have no interest in at this very moment, right? However late it is, I don't mind, since I'm currently enjoying my independence.
You really are something, you know. I don't know exactly what's going on in your head, but it's definitely not normal. Not the way you make enemies out of girls just so you can sound a bit like a hipster.
Shut up, that's just who I am. In an attempt to change the subject, I shoot him a question seemingly out of nowhere. It's actually something I've been meaning to ask, though. Putting that aside, I want to tell you something. Technically, shouldn't that be ask? Huh? What do you think about androids in general? Yeah, that's asking, not telling. Okay.
Where did this come from all of a sudden?
Just answer me. What do you think about androids? Just wanted to hear what a robot expert would say.
Androids, huh? They're convenient, aren't they? They make our lives easier. They just need electricity to run and don't need to be paid a salary. They don't make any mistakes. They're friendly. The female models are pretty cute.
I agree. Yeah, except for the last one. But that wasn't the kind of answer I was hoping to hear. I asked him a more specific question. Do you believe that androids have feelings?
What?
Androids. Do you believe that they have feelings? I wanted to hear the thoughts of someone with a great appreciation for androids. He's had extensive experience with a variety of models, being an avid user as well. So it's a safe bet that he'd know a bit more about them than I would. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what kind of answer I'm expecting from him. I don't know if his thoughts will affect the way I feel, but I still want to hear what he has to say. After taking a while to think, he lays it on me with a straight face.
Androids don't have feelings.
They don't?
That's what I said, they don't.
Yeah, you're right. It was obvious that he was what he was going to say, but I don't feel satisfied. How could this be? Maybe I was hoping for a different answer?
What's the matter? Asking such a weird question and all.
It's nothing. I just suddenly got curious. That's it. Dr. Gears is giving me a confused look.
I told you this already, right? Androids are great, but you shouldn't get too attached to them. I have a feeling it might happen to you since you don't have any experience with androids in the first place. Come on, I'm being serious. Do you know why some people get so attached to androids?
Why is that?
It's because they want to escape from this place.
I had no idea what he meant by this place. I have no choice but to ask him again. What do you mean?
In short, they want to escape reality. It's related to how fantasy movies achieve higher sales during economic depression. It's also why realistic romance movies have a hard time getting themselves into mainstream media. People can momentarily escape reality by watching fantasy movies together. Romance movies need to include something glamorous or exciting in order to appeal to the audience. Not a lot of people would be willing to pay that much to watch something realistic because it'd be too bland. Do you get what I mean? androids are like drugs. They can take care of everything you need, and you can also have a conversation with them. No matter how you coldly treat one, they will always respond with a smile. But this is where a number of people get delusional. Androids are caring. Androids are kind. This is what those people believe in. But androids aren't human. They don't have feelings. They don't actually listen to your sob stories, nor do they understand how you feel. They only pretend to. It's nice to have something that cares about you and listens to every word you say, but these people aren't facing reality. Just like how fantasy movies aren't real. So you should never get attached to them, much like drugs. These people are merely running away from this cruel world in order to take refuge in the kindness of androids. I felt I needed to make this clear to you. Androids don't have feelings. His words continued to linger in my mind until the end of school. I quietly repeat those words on my way home. Countless thoughts enter and leave my mind. I find them to be mostly meaningless. I try to shut off my brain, but it's not so easy. I continue to walk in silence while staring at the pavement, just like I always do. That's why I failed to notice her presence. I hear a familiar voice.
おかえりなさいませ。今日はいかがでしたか?
Welcome back. How was Master's Day? It was Lucy's voice. I lift my head. I realise that I'm home already, and Lucy is standing at the door smiling at me. Why are you out here?
マスターのお迎えですよ。今日はどんな一日でしたか?
To greet Lucy's beloved master. How was Master's Day?
マスター?
I must have zoned out for a moment. I quickly recollect myself. Oh, it wasn't bad.
そうですか。それは良かったです。
Really? That's good.
マスター? マスター?
What is it?
なぜそんなにぼーっとされているのですか? 学校で何かありましたか?
Master seems a bit out of it today. Did something happen at school? No. I was just a little surprised.
びっくりですか?
Surprised? Yeah.
何にびっくりされたんですか?
What about? She looks at me calmly. I couldn't help but open my mouth when I met her gaze. About the fact that someone was actually waiting for me at home. Because that's never happened to me before. The house always used to be empty on my way home from school. That's why I was surprised. It's nothing special.
マスター?
What is it?
学校から帰ってきても家に誰もいないというのは寂しかったですか?
Was Master always lonely? No, not really.
迎えに出てくれる人がいなくて悲しかったですか?
Was Master always unhappy that no one was ever home to greet him? I'm telling you, I wasn't. The android standing before me remained silent for a while, without saying a single word. She continues to stare into my eyes. I feel uncomfortable. It feels like I've told her too much. The silence continues.
she doesn't say anything. She doesn't delve any deeper. Instead, she softly takes my arm and begins to lead me toward the door.
今日は少し肌寒いですね。
It's a little chilly today.
さあ、家の中に入りましょう。
Master should hurry inside. Okay. And also...
その前に一つ命令してください。
Before that, please give Lucy an order. An order? What kind of order? Lucy reveals an angelic
ルー
smile.
シーがこれからも毎日マスターの帰りを迎えるよう命令してください。
The order to greet Master on his way home every day.
そうすればルーシーはいつ何があってもこうしてマスターを外でお迎えします。
With an order, Lucy will do everything in her ability to fulfill Master's wishes. Giving an order to a robot is the same as giving it a leash. And that is what Lucy was willing to do for me. She was willing to trade away a bit of her freedom in order to make me happy. I guess this is her own special way of being kind. Just go ahead and do as you please. It's not like I'll hate it.
かしこまりました、マスター。
Understood, Master. But
でも
But it's not an order.
命令じゃないと言いますと
It's not an order. No. This is just a request. I'm not forcing you to do it. So if you don't want to, you don't need to. It doesn't matter. Lucy doesn't say anything. Instead, she responds with a smile. A smile and a small nod. All the while being led inside by Lucy, my head continues to spin. Her kind eyes full of sympathy. The comforting warmth rising from her hands. Her cautious gestures full of consideration. They're all part of someone's programming. They're not genuine, but at this very moment I tell myself that maybe it doesn't matter so much. Even though her thoughts and actions may not be real, at the very least she was giving me the happiness I've been missing in my life. That's why I decided to skip over the small details for now. Oh, it's those three dreaded laws of robotics again. They do so enjoy coming back to haunt us, don't they? Let me see here. Okay, so we're going to have to skip this. October 14th, still. Phew, this is a long day. Oh, yeah, I need to click. Standing here staring at the date. Uh-oh. Right, well, I think for now that is where we're going to leave it, ladies and gentlemen, on October 14th, and we're going to have another confrontation with Daddy-O when we return. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, please feel free to follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Mr. Peanut, not the butt. Behave, Dave. But I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it may be for you. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Or whenever. Should be tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.